Now the question is, there are two questions. In fact, they're related to each other. There are two questions. Is it possible that you like something, but it's not good for you? Is it possible? Anyone who can give me an example? Extra use of cell phone. What? You like it, but it's not good for you. Okay, this is a good example. Eating a lot of junk food, but it is not good for you. Okay. Anybody else? And the second one is, you don't like something, but it is good for you. Yeah, you don't like to take medicine, but it is good for you. You don't like to study, but it is good for you. Okay. Now, what is the conundrum here? What is the meaning of conundrum? Conundrum means something that is conflicting, that is good also, and I don't like it also, or I like it also, but it is not good also. So we face these kind of conundrums in our life, these kind of tough choices in our life. How can one be able to make the right choices then? How can one, because that the question comes that I do not like something, but it is good for me, and I don't like something, but it is, it's not good for me. I like something and it's not good for me, but I like something, but it's not good for, it's good for you, for me. So how to make the choice amongst these things? इसमें choice कैसे बनाई जा सकती है? कैसे? How do I know what to do? Or why do we not do what we want to do? हम अपनी जो choices होती हैं, अभी आप लोगों ने मुझे बताया, you like using cell phones, but too much usage of cell phones is not good for you. You know it, all of you know it, but you still do that. Why do you do that? Because you like it. So the question comes, the conflict or the conundrum is that you know that you are going to fall into a ditch. आपको पता है कि आपने जाके खाई में गिरना है, लेकिन आपको फिर भी पसंद है उधर जाना, और आप रुकते नहीं हैं. आपको, your parents tell you to stop, your teachers tell you to stop, your friends even sometimes tell you to stop, although the friends don't tell you to stop, because these days good friends are not available. So even then you are going. So what should you be called? What should you think about yourself? चलो ये तो मैं बता देता हूँ. You should be called stupid, but my question remains, why? Why do we do it? What is it which makes you stupid? You can't leave it, you're used to it a lot. All right, but it's not still there is a deeper underlying phenomena which pushes us into stupidity.
Even if the person is aware of the consequences it might have, the person, he does not fear, like if he know that he's gonna fall in a ditch, he's like, let it be, because he's feeling the attraction to cell phone so much that he's not fearing the results and negative impacts it
So
might
a
have.
person has become fearless of the consequences.
Yes,
But why? That's my question, is why?
because the attraction is so much. He has
Attraction is what? Like, there are two magnets, we understand what is the attraction. What is that attraction? What do you mean by that?
for example, while using a cell phone, uh, he or she does not have to work, and it's like he's getting a reward, or like he's getting happy, or the getting of dopamine, etc., for without any work. But if he has to work, it is taking his effort, and he don't want to put in effort.
Right. Generally, you're speaking right. I'm not. There is no right and wrong exactly in this, but there is a deeper phenomena involved. There is a deeper system involved which makes you act stupid, and that's what we should try and understand. You know what happens is, how many of you are afraid of the dark? How many of you feel fear if everything is dark? We all feel fear when it is dark. There is no one amongst you or me who doesn't feel fear. Why do we feel afraid in the dark? In our own home, in our own room, we feel afraid when it is dark. Why? And sometimes we see things moving and we are jammed. You know, we can't even move on the bed because there is something moving. Right? What is that? Our conscious mind gets switched off. What does the light do? Light gives us knowledge. Light is knowledge. Knowledge is light. How?
Sir, you said that light is knowledge, so it guides us that where we are and what we want to do. So
So, what is knowledge then? Knowledge is light. Okay. What is knowledge then? Knowledge is something which takes away the darkness. Knowledge is something which lets you see things in its true color. अंधेरा होता है तो कलर्स तो नजर नहीं आते ना. You don't see colors in the darkness. You do not see correct exact shapes in the darkness. When the light comes, it reflects or refracts from certain objects, and you see their color, you see the depth, you get the understanding, and the fear goes away. So how does the fear go away? By seeing your fears deeply, clearly, in the light. बात समझ आई है? This is a conceptual thing, but I'm trying to make it easier for you because of your age. I'm trying that you should understand. Now, that is the reason we are trying to understand this phenomena. We are trying to put light on this. We are trying to illuminate our minds and hearts. We are trying to understand what is it that makes a man stupid enough to decide against what is good for him. What is it that makes us, or which pushes us into wrong decisions? What is it that lets us chase things blindly without the light of the knowledge? Even if somebody is trying to shine, somebody is trying to show you that, see, there is a ditch there. You know there is a ditch there, but you are still moving. So what is that? What is it that overrides the knowledge also? Right? The question is still there. Anybody else?
it's our own inner self which is not letting us to push away.
Obviously, it is our own inner self. Sometimes not just your own inner self. There are other elements also. The other one is the inner self. The other one is external influences. Not always that you're, obviously, external influences also change your inner self, but external influences also make you stupid. If a person keeps talking fascinatingly about the passing cars, ooh, look at that. That was an Audi. Oh, look at that car. Okay. Oh, look at that. That is self-driving Tesla. What is he doing? Can you see what is happening to that person? What is happening to him? This is not inspiration. Because inspiration is something which moves you into action. This is not getting inspired, because inspiration is something which pushes you into doing something. This is not inspiration. That is why it is dangerous. What is it then? He's falling in a ditch. Digging in a fall is not right. He's falling in the ditch. Okay. What ditch is that? Yeah. So there is something happening, and most often than not, when you see things bigger than yourself, you feel inferior. Deep down inside, you feel inferior. You feel less. And that then inspires jealousy or whatever. So this is called inferiority complex. People fall into inferiority complex by getting fascinated by things they cannot have. Unnecessary fascination. Inspiration is not inferiority complex. Inspiration moves you. When you get inspired, like for example, I get inspired from the knowledge of my student, one of my students. I think he's too good. So what the inspiration will do? The inspiration will push me to work harder and be more knowledgeable than my students. That is how people get inspired by the others. But those who get fascinated, they don't get inspired. They only they delve into the inferiority complex. They become complexed. So how many of you think that you are complexed? Learn to manage this, your own self. Most of the things are going to happen in your life by the mismanagement of your thought patterns, your ideologies, your concepts. If your concepts are right, the probability is that you will live a better life. So this is conceptual thing. This is conceptual. You understand it, that you may not like something, but it may be good for you. And you may like something, it may not be good for you. So there are chances, 50-50. So you need to understand, what is it? This is candidness. The word is candidness. CANDIDNESS. Candid क्या होता है? What is candid? Anyone? Candid is something which is clearly open, bare open, सामने वाज़े, unmade, in its natural form. Candidness वो होती है जो वाज़े clear, सामने वाज़े clear नजर आती हो. That is called candidness. So the candidness would come, the light would come through knowledge, through the understanding. So if you understand, what will happen then? For the last half an hour, I'm just cooking it, okay? I'm not giving it to you there and then. Why? Why am I cooking it in the class? So that the dish is tasty. So that the dish is tasty enough that everyone likes it. So that the dish is tasty and everyone likes it, and everyone likes to cook it for himself also. That's what the teachers do. That's what the teachers should do. We cook it for you so that you really get cooked. Do you feel like begging me कि सर अल्लाह दा वास्ता है हुण ते दस दो? Not yet. We are not there yet, है ना? अभी नहीं. अभी थोड़ा सा रहता है. Anyhow, so my question was कि वो कौन सी चीज़ है जो हमें ड्राइव करती है, हमें उस तरफ मूव करवाती है. हमें पता होता है कि एक चीज़ ठीक नहीं है, लेकिन हम बस वो किसी ने कहा वी लाइक इट, आई लाइक समथिंग डूइंग, किसी ने कुछ कहा, किसी ने कहा फियरलेस हो जाते हैं. वो मैकेनिज्म की बात कर रहे थे सारे. बट व्हाट इज डीप डाउन इनसाइड? ये वो मैकेनिज्म है कि जिसको अगर यंग एज में सीख लिया जाए, आपकी एज में, तो मैं सच कहता हूं कि इससे बड़ी नेमत मेरा ख्याल है ज़िंदगी में किसी को मिल नहीं सकती. आई विश फॉर माई सेल्फ दैट आई विश दैट आई वॉज एट योर एज and there was somebody who could teach me this at that age. I would have been, but I'm thankful for what I am. I'm not unthankful, but still, you know, the lost time can't be made up. वो जो वक्त ज़ाया हो गया, खुद तो पहुंच ही गए, सीख ही लिया किसी ना किसी तरीके से, लेकिन वो जो वक्त ज़ाया हो गया ना, उसका अफसोस होता है. You don't understand this at this moment, I know. आपको वक्त की इतनी कोई ख़ास अहमियत फ़िलहाल नहीं है. यू आर यंग पीपल, यू डोंट रियली, यू थिंक योर होल लाइफ इज़ अहेड. लेट मी टेल यू, मार्क माई वर्ड्स, उस दिन मुझे ज़रूर याद करना और दुआ करना मेरे लिए. आज से 20-30 साल बाद, व्हेन यू वुड बी अराउंड योर 40s, तो अचानक एक दिन तुम लोगों को ख्याल आएगा, उई ज़िंदगी तो गुजर भी गई, 40 साल गुजर गए मेरी ज़िंदगी के. एंड देन यू विल फाइंड आउट, ओए ये क्या हुआ. बिकॉज यू केप्ट लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड कि अभी तो बड़ी पड़ी है, अभी तो बड़ी है, ओ अभी तो होल लाइफ इज देयर, यू डिड नॉट बॉदर, यू डिड नॉट वरी, एंड वन डे it moves like this. Believe me, you can't believe me because you can't know it. When I have reached there, so when you will reach there only then you will know it. So remember me on that day. You will find out कि गुजर गई है, तो ये तो इतनी सी थी, हम तो पता नहीं क्या सोच रहे थे कि कितनी लंबी है. When you are young, तो ना waiting for the next 5 years seems, oh यार अभी तो 5 साल पड़े हैं यार. You know, you feel like that. Believe me, this is a stupid feeling. There will be a time when you will be standing in your life and you would say, यार ये नहीं यार, वो ही ठीक था यार. आज आप ये कह रहे हैं कि बस ये नहीं वो ठीक है. So you see, what is it? ये हमारे अंदर कौन सी एक ऐसी चीज़ है? Okay. ख्वाहिशें, डिज़ायर्स, विशेस. समझ आई बात की? डिज़ायर्स, व्हाट हैपन्स? What is the mechanism? The desires are built. The first step is initiation of a desire. First step is initiation. Initiate होती है. How does it get initiated? It gets initiated through mostly 2 mediums, seeing and listening. You see something or you hear about something. The next steps comes is cooking. After initiating, it goes to cooking. Then you start cooking it in yourself. आप उसको अपने जहन में सोचना शुरू करते हैं. मसलन एक शख्स है, I gave you the example, गाड़ियां देख रहा है. Okay, he saw a car, उसको मर्सिडीज नजर आई है और वो he is gone nuts, और उसको हुआ कि यार क्या गाड़ी है, उफ उफ उफ, you know, he is just crazy about the car. And then he starts fascinating. How do you become fascinated? You just don't get fascinated by the external impulses or the external information. You cook it in your mind. Fascination is a process. You get fascinated more and more. You think about it. Oh यार वो तूने वो वाली गाड़ी देखी है? Then you talk about it. Then you Google it. Then you know, watch its videos. Now what are you doing? Cooking. You are cooking and making your desire stronger. Okay? आप उसको बड़ा करते जा रहे हैं. It is becoming a desire. And one day, somebody tells you कि यार this is the most insecure model of Mercedes. Most of the accidents happen in this Mercedes. What would you reply? You'll say, no, you don't know it. I know it. Why do you not listen to what is being told to you? Your desire, you know, desires they become your liking. They become your obsession. You start loving things. This is the mechanism of this boy girl love. नहीं होता ये जो फिल्मों में दिखाते हैं. This is how it happens. तुम्हें देखा तो ऐसा लगा, and then it goes on. You know, you think more, you cook it in your heads, you do it to yourselves. Nobody else does it. We do it to ourselves. And then a time comes when a person approaches you with the correct advice, with knowledge. He reaches you and tells you, he sheds light on your desire. He tells you, you are going to fall into a ditch. There is a ditch ahead, but you like the ditch. So what do you say? You don't say it, but you say it, but it is written on your forehead. What is it? That is how people become stupid. They cook their desires, right? They build them. They make them bigger for themselves. And then when the knowledge comes, when the light is shed upon its true colors, they refuse to see it. So what happens next is they fall into a ditch. Now this is this one, first one, right? The desire mechanism working in the first condition. You like something, but it is not good for you, but you still going anyway. So then be ready to reap the results. Be ready to have difficulties and problems in your life. So your choices, whenever it is about choices, make candid choices. Make clear, informed decisions in your life. Right? मतलब information की कोई हद नहीं होती है, but be informed about what you are deciding. Whatever you are deciding in your life, be clearly, candidly informed, not biasedly informed. You know what is bias? Bias is when I start liking something and you come to me and you tell me that no, this is not good. I say, oh, no, chal, tanu ki pata. You know, this is my bias. I am tilted towards one side. This bias is tilt. When you are bent towards something, bent of mind, सुना है? Bent of mind. वो bent of mind यही होता है. That you have thought too much about something, you have cooked it too much in you, so it has become your bent of the mind. So somebody tells you against it, कोई और आपको उसके बारे में बताता है कि जो उससे मैच नहीं करता, तो instead of being candid, like what is being candid? You may not believe him, but you find out, you search, you research, and then make a decision. But when you are biased and already fallen into the desire trap, you would not even bother to be candid. You will not try to clear yourself up. Got it? So your decisions will remain uninformed, ill-informed. Now, you don't like something, but it is good for you. How can that happen? You do not like something, but it is good for you. This again it happens through your ability to change, your ability to be flexible. I may not like something, but I have the ability, I have the strength to change myself and see candidly. So I may not still like it, but I'll reach to the right place. I'll make the right decision. So then, it is not about you like or you don't like. It's about this. Is it good for you or is it not good for you? बात समझ आ गई है? You're liking something or you're not liking something is not really the matter. So learn to not fall into the liking and not liking about your life. For example, somebody said, cell phones, I like to use them, but they are not good for me, too much excessive use. So what would I do? I would tell myself that there is, liking or not liking is not the problem. I may like it or I may not like it. But what I'm going to do is what is good for me. So, others cannot do this to you. They can help you do this. Your parents may give you some suggestions, your teachers may give you some suggestions, and maybe one odd friend, which are not available these days, one odd friend may give you some correct advice, although friends do not give advice and their advices are mostly unreliable. But who knows? So, listen to them, listen to your parents, not your liking. Learn to wake up. Now, the concept is also given in our holy book, the Quran. Anyone who wants to achieve the excellence, that is the key, Quran. But we think that is religion because we have not been taught that way, unfortunately. Anyhow, so can anyone tell me? No, these verses are there in Surah Baqarah, I know. They are precisely written in Quran, but the concept is there with an example of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. He asked Allah one day that, please show me, how are you going to resurrect the human beings? उन्होंने कहा अल्लाह ताला से कि मुझे बताएं आप दोबारा लोगों को कैसे जिंदा करेंगे? Allah asked him, you don't believe? He said, no, I believe. But I want to have light. I want to know. He said, I believe that you are, because I believe in your power. I believe you are the most powerful. You can make things out of nothing. You can make nothing out of everything or whatever. You can do whatever you want. You are all powerful. I know this. I believe in this. But I just want to know this mechanism. How are you going to resurrect after death on the judgment day? How are you going to make us alive again? So Allah told him, okay, if you want to learn the mechanism, bring 4 birds. He said, bring 4 birds and start nurturing them. पालें उन्हें. Start nourishing them. 4 परिंदे लें, उन्हें पालें. And when your heart is attached with them, जब आपका दिल उनसे मानूस हो जाए, हो जाता है ना? How many of you have had pets in your life? So दिल attach हो जाता है ना? You start liking or even loving your pets. This happens? Okay. उन्होंने अल्लाह ताला ने भी यही कहा उन्हें कि आप उन्हें पालें और जब आपका दिल उनसे मानूस हो जाए, kill them all. It is written in Quran कि आप अब क्या करें? उनको ज़िबा कर दें. खाली ज़िबा नहीं करने पे अल्लाह मियाँ ने कहा ज़िबा करें और उनके टोटे टोटे कर दें. Just cut them into pieces and then throw those pieces on different mountains and then call them. Like हज़रत इब्राहिम अलैहिस्सलाम को कहा गया कि फिर आप उन्हें काट दें, पहाड़ों पर फेंक दें उनके टुकड़े, उनके गोश्त के टुकड़े, और फिर उनको आवाज़ लगाएं, बुलाएं उन्हें, मियाँ मिट्टू और whatever, and they will come back running to you. Given you, मैंने अभी आपको एक कुरान का वाक़या सुनाया है जिसमें हज़रत इब्राहिम अलैहिस्सलाम का मैंने आपको बताया है. अब आपकी असाइनमेंट ये है, you will write in English, not Urdu. Assignment is that from this instance of Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam's life, you will write something to explain this. आपको हजरत इब्राहिम अलैहिस्सलाम के वाक़े को इस कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ रिलेट करना है.
How to finish our inferiority complex.
How to finish our inferiority complex. Okay. Change your fascinations. Work on the things that are knowledgeably फैसिनेटिंग। ऐसी चीज़ें ढूंढें अपनी लाइफ में कि जिनके बारे में फैसिनेट होने का फ़ायदा है। ठीक है, वो मिसाल देता हूँ छोटी सी। लेट्स से यू आर फैसिनेटेड विद द सेल फोन्स, हाँ, व्हाई नॉट learn something out of the cell phone which gives you some fascination, which gives you some money, which gives you something else। ठीक है, यानी कोई ऐसी टेंजिबल, आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया है इल्म नाफे इख्तियार करो, गेट दैट नॉलेज विच इज प्रॉफिटेबल, मुनाफा हो जिसका कोई फायदा हो। फजूल की चीज़ें तो इन्फीरियोरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स ही देंगी ना, जिसका कोई मतलब नहीं है, देख देख के हमें फैसिनेट हो रहे हैं। ठीक है, और दिमाग खराब हो रहा है, बस इसके अलावा कुछ नहीं है, बिकॉज यू आर अनेबल टू हैव दैट। तो अब आप या तो इन्फीरियोरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स में जा रहे हैं, या आप गुस्से चढ़ रहे हैं, या आप बदतमीज हो रहे हैं। सो यू सी these things are complexities and they make your attitudes wrong। तो ऐसी चीज की तरफ जाएं कि जिसमें आप लोगों को कोई आगे नजर आए कि मुझे ये मिलेगा। सो सेल फोन्स आर नॉट बैड, the way you treat them, that is questionable। आप उनसे क्या कर रहे हैं, that is questionable। Okay, let me tell you a secret। We started something just like this, getting fascinated with the positive things। We started something, I think 2-3 years ago, and last month that project provided us 10 lakh rupees, and the next month it is going to provide us 25 lakh rupees। So if you put your fascinations in the right direction, they become profitable and they no more remain harmful to you। See, as I told you, what is good for you, that is the key। Find out what is good for you, not just the fascination। In practical terms बहुत कुछ कर सकते हो। शहीर न्याजी का याद आया, पढ़ा, देखा, क्या किया उसने, what did he do, how did he reach there? किसी ने पढ़ा उसका कि वो पहुंचा कैसे वहां तक? He put his fascinations on the right track। कुछ नहीं किया उसने एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी, हो गया एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी, लेकिन उसने किया सिर्फ इतना था कि उसने बजाय इसके कि वो मोबाइल पे हर वक्त बैठ के जो है वो ये सोचता रहता कि कौन क्या कर रहा है, उसने ये किया कि उस मोबाइल का सही इस्तेमाल करना शुरू कर दिया। उसने कोर्सेज करने शुरू कर दिए छोटे छोटे फिजिक्स के। उन कोर्सेज में से उसको आइडिया मिल गया हनीकॉम्ब थ्योरी का। वो पढ़ते पढ़ते ना इंस्पिरेशन एकदम इल्यूमिनेशन में कन्वर्ट हुई, उसको आइडिया मिला, उसने उस पर थीसिस लिखना शुरू कर दिया, स्टार्टेड गेटिंग हेल्प अराउंड फ्रॉम द इंटरनेट, और करते करते विद इन अ ईयर्स टाइम हिज थियरी वाज पब्लिश्ड and he was pasted on the Forbes magazine। दुनिया में बहुत कम लोग होते हैं जिनका फोर्ब्स मैगजीन के ऊपर उनकी फोटो छपी हो। He was awarded, rewarded, called by the scientists, इंटरनेशनल साइंटिस्ट ने माना उसको कि क्या कमाल किया इसने, हमें तो इसका पता ही नहीं था। एंड what he did was he just followed what is good for him। So it is your choice। You want to live like a vermin। You know what is vermin? VERMIN। कीड़े मकोड़े, हशरातुल अर्ज, जमीन पर रेंगने वाले कीड़े मकोड़े। सो अगर आप you want to live like vermin, go ahead, no one is stopping you। But you want to be human beings, be better human beings। worms, parasites, बचा हुआ खाने वाले, ऑल द टाइम्स ये जो हर वक्त टिकटॉक देखते रहते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम देखते रहते हैं, फेसबुक क्रुल 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 क्रुल, 500 किलोमीटर फेसबुक चल गया है। फेसबुक भी चलता है, आपको पता है, चलता है ना, स्क्रॉल करते रहो और उस डिस्टेंस को नापो। अगर वो 500 किलोमीटर ना बने तो मुझे कहना। कई तो हैं रोज के 1000 किलोमीटर करते हैं। फेसबुक 1000 किलोमीटर चलता है, वो वहीं के वहीं पड़े होते हैं। So they are consumers basically, vermin। They are not giving anything, they are only receivers।